Good morning, students. Yesterday we discussed reliability design method. All of you understand about all of you understand the reliability design. So today we are going to. I hope all of you understand the reliability design. Today we move to the fifth unit, that is our backtracking. Okay, so coming to the backtracking, the word you already heard in ADS, that is you heard that word in DFS and depth first history. We move backward. If the path is not there, then we move backward and we have to find the next uh, path. Okay, we already done. So what is backtracking? Okay, so what is backtracking? So it is an approach in which we try to find the solution of all the available options. Okay, so it is an approach just like a brute force approach. So what is brute force approach means? Okay, so um, so what is brute force approach means? See here. Um, Brute force approach means brute force is nothing but try out all possible solutions and pick up the desired solution. Okay. Brute force approach means try out all possible solutions and pick up the desired solution. Okay. So the same approach here it follows in backtracking. So this is backtracking is a refinement of the brute force approach, which systematically search for a solution to a problem among all available options. Okay, it want to find the solution is there for all available options. Okay. By assuming that the solutions are represented by the vectors v1, v2, and so on, vn of values, and by traversing in a depth first manner. So we already know that first you have to visit one vertex, then you have to move the related other vertices if the solution found. Other words, we come backward and we have to find the another path. Okay, in this way you have to choose the backtracking. So here the algorithm work starts with an empty vector. Okay. So at each stage it extends the partial vector with a new value. So if you move from V1, so V1 to it move to the V2 and V2 to V3. If there is a solution, okay, we found the solution. Otherwise, it come backward and V1 to it move to another vector V3 and so on. Okay. So actually backtracking systematically try and search possibilities to find the solutions. So also it is an important process for solving constraint satisfaction. So what are constraints? We see in next step what are the constraints for we are following backtracking. And some of the examples for this is pseudocode and many other puzzles we see by using this backtracking method. So it can be more convenient technique for parsing other combinational optimization problems. Okay, so basically the process is used when the problem has the number of options and just one solution have to be selected. Okay, so basically the process is used when the problem has a number of options and just one solution has to be selected. So after having a new option set means recursion. Okay, the procedure is repeated over and over until final stage. So in dynamic programming, we are using optimization problem. Optimization problems. So is there an optimization problem is solved by using dynamic programming, but in backtracking we have multiple solutions are there. So in backtracking we have multiple solutions are there. So what is backtracking means? Just see here. This is backtracking. BT I am writing as BT. Okay. This is if the solution is found. Yes, solution found. Otherwise, no. If the solution is not found, then we move to again the same path. Means we have to search again. We have to search again. If the solution found, okay. Otherwise, we have to repeatedly backtracking and we have to search the element. This is the process of backtracking. So it means that by traversing through the domain of the vectors until the solution is found. Okay. So what is backtracking is? It is an algorithm technique for solving problems recursively by trying to build a solution incrementally. Okay. So at one piece at a time, removing those solutions that fail to satisfy the constraints of the problem at any point of time. Okay, clear? Clear, students? So see here, see the diagram here. We start here, okay. Then we move this side. Then this is dead end, but there is no solution found. Then we again backtracking, and there is a path here. We move here. This is a dead end, and again we move backtracking. So here there is no way. So we move again back. Then we come to the start portion. Then we move to forward. Then there is a path we move here, and then there is a path we move here. This is a dead end, but solution is not occur. Then we again backtrack. Then again backtrack and move. There is a path here, dead ends and move backward. Then there is a path, move backward, then come here. Then there is a path here, move forward, dead end, so move backward. Then there is a path here. So here we get the solution. So this is backtracking. So algorithm C is try all vertices. So V1, V2. So these are some vertices are there, V1 to Vi. So if V1 to Vi is a solution found, so here there is no solution found, then return the solution. So what is the path we return there? Otherwise, so you have to move V1 to V2 or Vi to V in this way. V1 to V2 in different ways you have to move here. Then if the solution found, then return solution. Otherwise, return solution is not found. Okay. So in previously in paper we have a they gave a path. So we have to find the exit path in newspapers. You already see those examples. So here I am drawing, then you can identify. So there is a puzzle. See here, this is the puzzle. So there is a rat is there. Rat is want to come outside. So this is the part. The rat start here, and this is the end. He will come out of this map. So the rat start here and move here. So there is a dead end. See, move backward. Then it will come here and move in this part. Then he have to choose. So here we have to use only either directions, either downward or right side or left side. Okay. So here it follow right, then there is a dead end, it come backward. So it will come back. Then here you choose the downward, so it should down, that move right side, then it move down, then it move left side. So there is no so here dead end is there, so it come backward, and here move, then it move right side. So there is the path, so here it will success. So this is called, we call it as the backtracking. So how to path, so it is the approach in which we try to find solution using all possible options. So here is one option, here is another option. So we have to find the solution for all options. Okay. So this is the algorithm for backtracking. Uh, so for this, we have some examples for backtracking are there. So examples are there. First example is decision making. So decision making. Second one is optimization. Some examples of this, then optimization, then permutations, and last one is subsets. Okay, so here so these are the examples of the backtracking. So in decision making, what we have to decision making, so what we have to do is in decision making, so in previously explained, in previously we already see that there is a map is there in which way we have to move. That is the example of decision making. Then optimization. So for optimization, we have the example is here. So optimization, we have one, we have there two vertices are there, source and destination. There are different paths are there. Okay. We have to find the shortest path. That is the optimization. That is the example for optimization. Then we move for the permutation. So permutation means, for example, you have A, B, C, three elements are there. So you have to make permutation of this combination. First, you have to see how this permutations will done. Okay. So first we have to choose, we have three values are the A, B, C. So we have to maintain the permutations. That is, we have to choose these three A, B, or C. First, first we move to the A. We take A as the first one, then B as the second one, then C as the third one. So if you want A as the first one, then we have two permutations, AB and AC. And next we have, if you are considering AB, then you have the permutations ABC. Then you have to AC, then you have to choose ABD. So in this way, you have to find the permutation by using backtracking. So this will explain with an example. Then subset problem. This is one concept in our backtracking. We will see the subsets in the next slides. So these are the examples of the backtracking. Okay, clear. Clear, students, or any doubt? Clear? Can I move forward? Reply me. Clear? Backtracking. Okay, so what is backtracking mean? Backtracking find the multiple solutions. So here we have some. See here backtracking method. What is the general method for backtracking? So here we given problem has a set of constraints and possibly an objective functions. Okay, so here in backtracking we have some constraints are there. By choosing the constraints we have to find the solution. Okay, so here the set of constraints has two types. One is explicit constraints and another one is implicit constraints. Okay, so first you see the example, then you can then you can know the solution. So how we solve this? So we can solve the backtracking method by using the solution space state space tree. So here by using tree organization, we have to find the solution by using the method solution tree or state space tree. Okay, so how we solve this problem? So see here we have the problem is here. Just see the example, you can understand. So we have the problem is there. That is so I am writing the problem here. So how we solve this by using state space tree. Okay, what is state space tree? I will explain. So we have example here. We have three chairs are there, and we have three students are there. So and three students in this we have two boys and one girl. Okay, two boys and one girl. So what is the solution for this is we arrange them in three factorial ways. Okay, we have the formula permutations. We have to arrange them in three factorial ways. That is, we have to consider three factorial means 6 ways we have to do this problem. Okay, so before this starting, we have to start the solution for this problem. So this is my starting. This is I am starting here. See here. These are the three chairs. Okay. So one chair. For considering in one chair, first I am choose in chair. So these are the three chairs are there. Okay. In first chair, I kept the person boy one. Two boys B1 B1. So I in first position I set the B1. Okay, so in first chair the B1 is sit here. Then the number of possibilities is the remaining two places will sit by B2 and the remaining two chairs sit by B2 and girl is one, that is G1. Okay, so the three chairs are filled. First I sit the B1, then B2 and G1. Okay, so there is another way is there. After sitting B1, then you can choose G1 is placed in second position. So in another solution is replace in second position with G1 and third position with uh, B2 by. So this is the another way you have to represent. Okay. So for clear, for initially I am taking B1 as the first person to sit in the first chair, and I am considering two choices. In second chair, in one path I am choosing B2. In another path I am choosing second chair sit by G1. Okay. So next case here I am choosing the first person to sit here is B2. So I am in another solution is I am taking the B2 sit in first chair. Then what are the possibilities is, so B1 is sit in second chair and G1 is sit in third chair. Okay, and another possibility is G1 is sit in second chair and B1 is sit in third chair. Okay, clear students? So I already choose the conditions are there here is already push B1 and B2. Next, I am considering another case that is G1. So I am goal one. I am choosing that goal one is placed in first chair. Then what are the possibilities of there is two possibilities is there. So B1 in second chair and B2 in third chair, or B2 in second chair and B1 in first chair. So what are the number of ways we get we arrange the number of ways we arrange is 6 ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 3 factorial. So here we have to, by using the backtracking method, we have to consider the, okay, so this is, we call it as a state space tree. This one we call it as a state space tree. We can represent the problem by using the state space tree. Okay. How many possibles are there? So here you have only 6 possibilities. You have 6 possibilities of there. These 3 people will sit in 3 chairs with 6 possibilities. So now we have the constraint here. The constraint is the girl should not sit in the middle of the two boys. Okay. So constraint is girl should not sit. The constant. So I already told you we follow the constant. The constant is girl should not sit in the middle. So girl should not sit in the middle means in between two boys, the girl is not sit. Okay, that is our constraint. So these are the 6 possible. So we have to find follow one of the path and get one of the solution by considering the constraint, that is the girl should not sit in between the. Okay, see here boy 1, boy 2, then girl. This is the solution 1. So here this is not the solution because here constant is not sit in between the two boys. So this is not condition. So this is killed using the bounding function. This is killed using the bounding function. So next this one is another solution S2, and this is not the solution. We killed this. So this is not a solution because the girl is sitting between two boys. And another this one is another solution, and this one is another solution. So by using the constraints, how many solutions we get? how many solutions we have possible here? Get the 4 possible solutions. So this is our backtracking. So what is the boundary function means? If we reach the last level, we get the solution. So if we reach the last level, we get the solution. So how many solutions we get? We get total 4 solutions for this example. So this is our backtracking. By considering the constraints, we have to use the uh, backtracking method. Okay, clear students? So far clear or any doubt? Is it clear this example? By choosing the constraints only, we have to make the decision. So here to solve the problem using backtracking, we have the solution must satisfy some set of constraints. So that is we have 2 constraints are there. One is explicit constraint. So if you want to solve the problem by using backtracking, we have all the solution must satisfy that some constraints, that is 2 constraint, that is explicit constraint and second one is implicit constraint. So what is explicit constraint? So explicit constraints are the rules that restricts each for example, we are taking x1 x2 as the tuples. Okay, so if you are considering n tuples, so that is we are considering x1 to xn where xi are chosen from the same finite set Si. So if you are choosing the n tuples, that is xi to take n values only from the given set. That is for example xi greater than or equal to, so xi is greater than or equal to 0 or set I. Okay, the set I has all non-negative real numbers. Okay, so xi greater than or equal to 0 and set Si has all negative real numbers. Okay, so for this examples here, for example, I am writing here. So we have xi equal to 0 or 1. Okay, that is R belongs to the set Si, which consists the values of all non-negative real numbers, that is 0, 1. Okay, So if you have lower bound, upper bound values are there, that is Li less than or equal to Xi lower bound less than or equal to Ui upper bound, or you consider as S of I equal to, you take a variable A has these values, that is Li less than or equal to A and less than or equal to Ui. So this is the explicit constant. So the explicit constant depends on the particular instances. Okay, depends upon the particular instances. One of the problem being solved. Okay, so see here, one of the problem being solved. Here all types of that satisfy the explicit constraint define a positive solution for the problem one. Okay, then coming to the implicit constraint. So here the implicit constraints are rule that determine which tuple in the solution space of one satisfy the criteria function. Okay, so here implicit function we are using example, we are using 4-Quens problem. So here a 4-Quens problem is there. We have to solve that problem by using implicit constraint. We will solve that problem by implicit by tomorrow class. So what is the general procedure for backtracking? So here backtracking algorithm determines solution to problem by systematically searching the solution space for the given problem instance. Okay. So it give the solution to the given problem instance. So this set is possible by using or constructing a solution space. So what is solution space? Okay, the solution space is represented by using the tree organization. So what is tree organization? So yeah, so we have to use some tree organization, that is state space tree. Okay, so what is solution space here? So all tuples that satisfies the explicit constraints define a possible solution for a particular instance one of the position. Already in previous slide draw some example by using the we are considering 3 chairs and we have to choose that 3 persons are sit in that 3 chairs. Okay, by that we chose the number of possibilities. For that we draw the diagram in previous slides. Okay, so here so what is tree organization? Just I am explaining the tree organization. See here, I am taking tree organization with see here that I am taking as one. Sorry, I am taking here one. This diagram represents the tree organization of a solution tree. This diagram represents the tree organization of a solution tree. See here. See here, then this is the solution. So see here 2. So what is 2 indicates? 2 is the problem state. 2 is the problem state. So here what is problem state means? Here each node in the tree defines a problem state, that is 2. So next one is 3. So 3 is the solution state. What is 3 indicates? 3 is the solution state. So solution state are those problem states S which the path from the root to S defines a tuple in the solution space. So here to here the path represents the solution space. Next here 4. So 4 is the path 4 is the answer state. So here answer state are those solutions which the path from the root S defines a tuple, okay, that is a member of set of solutions of the problem, that is path 4 here, okay. So these are, so second one is problem statement, third one is solution state, fourth one is answer state. Next coming to the state space tree. So here this tree organization of the solution space tree is referred as a state space tree. Okay, the tree this is tree organization of a solution is space tree is referred as a state space tree. So the tree organization that are independent of the problem being solved called as state trees. Okay. Okay, so this is about backtracking, and tomorrow we will discuss some another topics, that is Aitken problem and subset problem and graph color. So and we also see some topics called as what is live node, what is E node, what is dead node, and what is bounding functions. So all these we see in tomorrow class. So far clear, students, or any doubt? Is it clear or any doubt, students? Okay. So just you have to find all possible solutions for the given problem. Tomorrow we will see another example also. Okay. So just I'm just show the diagram now. Just students, I'm seeing the example here. See the example here, students. We have three members are there A, B, C. So we are using the solution space tree to construct this. So first we are considering A as the first one to sit in the table. Then after that we choose the B, C here, CB. So these are the different solutions we get. So if there is any constraint here, that means if B is not sit in between A and C, then you have to find, we gave the constant here, in between B is not sit in between A and C. Okay, then you have to choose the travel each path, and there is any conflict means any in between B and C, there is any person is sit yeah, in between A and C, is any B is there, then you have to neglect that solution and move forward. So in this A, B, so this is not the solution. So we neglect this. So this is not the solution, and this is the solution. And in this path, we are considering B, A, BCA. So this is also solution. BAC also solution. CAB also solution. This is not the solution. So in this way, you have to you follow the constraints by using backtracking. Okay, clear? Okay, so far clear. Okay, tomorrow we discuss the backtracking method using by using backtracking method we solve the 8 pins problem, and also you can see set of subset problems also. Okay, so today we end the session. Anybody has any queries, please inform me with a message. Any doubts also ping me with a message. Then I will clarify your doubts if you have any doubt. Okay, today we end the session. Tomorrow we will discuss about the next topic, that is 8 queens problem. Tomorrow once again I am just repeat this backtracking with another example. Then you can better understand about backtracking. Okay, thank you.